My name is Staff Sergeant Sosa, and you might remember me from the initial pregnancy counseling video. Welcome back, and congratulations. We are excited to welcome your new baby to the Wisconsin Army National Guard family. As a new mother and soldier, you are essential not just to the success of your unit's missions, but you also fit into a much larger mission, including retention readiness and shaping the future of the Wisconsin Army National Guard. The Deputy Adjutant General and State Command Sergeant Major recognize that it takes courage to serve as a new mother. That choice alone makes you a positive role model for future mothers in your unit. It is possible to serve because of the women who came before you. There are still miles ahead, though. Regardless of rank or position, all soldiers have the power to be the spark that ignites the fire. Sometimes showing up and being present might be all it takes to initiate change within the culture of your unit or reduce stigmas around pregnancy and pumping milk. We encourage you to self-advocate and push for the changes that you want to see. Use the same proper channels that you would with any other issue. Besides the support of your chain of command, we recommend finding someone in your unit who has been in your shoes. Be sure to offer support to other mothers and fathers who are facing the unique challenges that come with raising a family and serving in the military. This can be as simple as asking new parents how they are doing and offering advice for the struggles they may be experiencing. When I was nursing, I often felt guilty for taking the time away for pumping. If I had had someone there encouraging me and telling me that there is nothing to feel guilty about, my experience would have been very different. This is the stigma that we need to fight against. Along with the information we gathered, we also collected advice and words of encouragement from other mothers who came before you. We want to offer our support and pave a way that makes you feel strong and confident in your motherhood. Each mother's and family's needs are unique. It is impossible to develop policies that fit every situation. You are the subject matter expert on you and your family's needs. Clearly communicating those needs is in the best interest of not just you and your baby, but also the organization. We want to help you navigate any conflicts between your needs and the needs of the military. Most conflict can be resolved by making sure everyone has the right information. It is my job to make sure you know the essential policies and regulations. It is your job to keep your leadership looped in on your life. The first thing you'll need to communicate is the delivery of your baby. Not only will they be excited to share your news, but they can help guide you through the next administrative steps. Your Readiness NCO will make sure that you are properly updated in the state systems, change your basic housing allowance forms, and, if needed, your family care plan. A family care plan is required for single parents or dual military couples. They can also offer assistance with updating TRICARE and DEERS, but that is ultimately up to you. If you plan to breastfeed, it's important to let your command know so that they can support you. State leadership knows that there are many health benefits that come from breastfeeding. The following guidance was implemented to encourage and assist breastfeeding mothers. Like we said earlier, each mother is unique, so it's impossible to develop perfect policies for each situation. If the regulations do not address your exact situation, don't feel like you've slipped through the cracks. Staying away from specifics in the regulations gives commanders more flexibility and freedom to address your specific needs. According to Army Directive 2015-37, Breastfeeding and Lactation Support Policy, commanders must designate a private place, other than a restroom, with locking capabilities for a soldier to breastfeed. This space must include a place to sit, a flat surface other than the floor, an electrical outlet, and access to safe water within a reasonable distance. Soldiers must also be provided enough time, which will depend on the amount of milk produced and the location designation for pumping. These accommodations must be made up to 1 year after the birth of a child. If you plan to breastfeed longer than that, simply notify your unit. You should never feel guilty for stepping away to pump. Being in the Guard is advertised as 1 week in a month, but we all know that our M-Day role doesn't truly stop when drill does. It's no different with our family life. Those responsibilities don't disappear on drill weekends. Not only is it your basic right as a mother, but you have absolutely paid it forward through all the time that you have spent focusing on the military outside of drill. This guidance is the Army's way of helping you take care of your family, even when you are on duty. While it isn't stated in the directive that your command must provide refrigeration for milk, it falls within the intent of the policy. If you know you will need access to refrigeration, notify your command prior to drill weekend so that they can determine how they can support you. If you are drilling at an armory, we recommend labeling a small cooler with your name and storing it in one of the refrigerators there. If you are drilling at Fort McCoy or Camp Douglas, your unit should either be able to coordinate refrigeration or transportation to one on base. If that is not possible, then some units arrange for their soldiers to drill in an alternate location. The Wisconsin Army National Guard is currently training leaders and developing policies and programs to ensure that new mothers' needs are fully met. Unfortunately, change does not happen overnight. If there are any problems with access to the right accommodations, we encourage you to self-advocate the best you can. Even if it does not remedy the immediate situation, it will most likely help the next soldier in your position. Seek out other women who have been in your shoes. They are a great resource, not just for guidance, but also encouragement. Just like any issues in the military, first use your chain of command. If that doesn't work, utilize your commander's open door policy. You can also talk to your equal opportunity representative or even submit a complaint to the Inspector General. Generally, though, units are very supportive to breastfeeding mothers. Your uniform might not fit quite the same as it did before, or maybe you just don't feel like yourself yet. Believe me, I've been there, and it's challenging. Just remember that it took your body 9 months to get to where it is, so it will take time to bounce back, and it may never be the same. Focus on what you just did, and think about your body as this amazing vessel that just made a life. Eat well and drink plenty of water. This is especially important if you are breastfeeding. Health is among the Wisconsin Army National Guard's top priorities, which brings us to physical training. You will have 6 months after your delivery to prepare for a record APFT and to meet Army body composition standards. A temporary profile for 45 days will be issued to you for your unit PT sessions. It will allow you to follow at your own pace. 45 days is not a magic number, and every mother's body is different. If you're breastfeeding, your hormones might not return to normal until you stop. Some mothers say that it does not quite feel like they get their body back until then. You know what you need more than anyone else. If you do not feel ready to return to normal physical training sessions after 6 weeks, even after being cleared by your doctor, then let your command know. Contact your case manager and see your doctor. You will be exempt from body composition standards for 6 months. You are encouraged to use the Postpartum Physical Training at Home program, or P3T. You can access the reading materials and DVDs on your AKO. This program emphasizes doing a little bit every day. From experience, I can vouch that it makes it much easier if you can do a little bit consistently each day. It's important to be kind and patient with yourself throughout this. Early on, take satisfaction in showing up and trust that the progress will follow. While P3T is an excellent program, it was originally created for active duty personnel. As a Guard soldier, you might not feel like it meets your unique needs. There are many alternate resources. Military Onesource offers free health and wellness counseling. Additionally, they have an extensive library of free reading material and media. You can consult your unit's Master Fitness Trainer to develop a plan. The Master Fitness Trainer is not a medical professional, so first and foremost, listen to your doctor and messages from your own body. These trainers should be able to help you develop a plan that works with your needs. We developed a list of resources available to service members and new mothers. We picked a couple of our favorites. Being a new mother is challenging, and if you find yourself in a situation where you need additional assistance, the last thing you want to do is wade through the long list of resources that are available to you. All of our top picks are organizations that will comb through those lists for you. Military Onesource is staffed with people whose job it is to help soldiers find the local support sources in their area. The Service Member Support Division is a part of the Wisconsin Army National Guard, and not only can they help you locate the resources you need, but it is also equipped to offer direct assistance in several areas, including financial, mental health, and family care. Like we said, communication is key. We are so happy that you chose to stay in the organization. You play an important role in not just your unit's immediate mission, but you are shaping the organization for future military mothers. We appreciate you. Congratulations on the birth of your child.